Hello geeks, how are you doing today? Welcome to this mobile application development using Flutter video series, and the topic of today's video is using interactive widgets. So first of all, I have created a stateless widget and I want to add some constructor parameters. So let me add some title and some text. As you know, I have to define it as final, title and some text. Once I have defined it, I can pass this from the place where I instantiate my widget, my app. So the thing is, title is new text, capital T, my app, and some text is new text, some text. And we'll just create the override build function which returns a widget. So this is the place of where we have to write. So as you have seen in the last video that I have used material app, please go and see that video if you are not clear that, because this is an extension to the earlier videos. I'll create a material app. In the material app, just use home. In the home, I will use scaffold. In the scaffold, I have two things: app bar. I'll say new app bar. In the app bar, I'll create the title with this dot title. Sorry, this dot title, and in the body I'll create a column so that I can have multiple widgets, and inside the column I have children which widget. I can say this dot some text. Let me just go ahead and see if it works perfectly. Okay, now you can see that my app and some text is written here. Now we'll have to add interactive widgets. So interactive widgets are something where I can get some event generated out of some action on those widgets. So one of those widget is called button. So let me add some button over here. So I'll use flat button for this. And it has two things. Child can be a text widget again. I called a button for example, and one press could remain null. So if I go ahead and hot reload it, you can see a button is being displayed over here. It is grayed out because I haven't uh, uh, implemented any on pressed mechanism. If I just give a dummy implementation like this, the gray out will be removed. Okay, so if you want a button which user cannot press, just remove this implementation. Okay, so that's the way I have added a button. Now for example, let's see, I want to have some action on this button press. So let me just have a counter variable which value is 0. And what I am doing in this on pressed is incrementing counter plus plus. And in the some text widget itself, let me display new text which say counter value is equal to display the variable, it'll say dollar counter and comma. So if I say command S counter value is 0. Now if I press A button, counter value is not getting incremented because we are using stateless widget, which means I have to reload it. If I reload it, then you can see it's directly come to 9. If I press 1, 2, 3 times more, we reload it, it comes to 12. So one important thing about the hot reload thing, as long as I am doing the hot reload, it preserves the state. Look, this hot reload preserves the state and it's going to the 14. Similarly, I can also create something called checkbox. So new checkbox, the value is the default value. Let me make it false. And on change, I'll let it null for a while. And let me go ahead and reload it. You can see it's again grayed out because this is null. If I set the initial value as true, it will have tick mark, but still it will be grayed out. And if I just create a dummy implementation over here, you can see this will be enabled. This will be false, right? And if I want to have some value over here, let me create another value called bool check value, initialize it to false, and I'm using this check value over here. And with every press, I'll say check value equal to new value. Okay. Now if I press this, the check value should be true, but if I hot reload it, it will come at true. If I press it like this, the check value should be false, and if I do this, it will be removed. Okay. And if I press the button multiple times, okay, and again do the check value, and if I do hot reload, everything gets updated. So hot reload, this widget gets updated every time. Now you might be thinking why I need to do hot reload, because I mean this is not the way. As soon as I click this, it should be enabled. As soon as I click this should also reflect something. So that's the place where we need stateful widget, not the stateless widget. And that's what we are going to see in the next video, how to play around with stateful widget. Now I guess you understand why we need the stateful widget. As you recall from the beginning that stateless widgets are those where this build function gets called only once, and stateful widget are those where this build function can called any number of times. So that's all for this video. See you in the next one. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe. Thank you.